Hunter. Dancer.
Right next to the school I was in when I was like 16. They had, really random, they had this Virtua Fighter 3 machine, and every time after school I went there. And there wasn't even a scene there, there wasn't even guys playing there or anything. You
really?
Know? It's not like...
Just a lonely machine.
Yeah, I only know it from stories that you like, lay a coin machine, so you're next. I only know it from stories because all I did there was play against the computer all the time. This kind of paints the picture of how desperate I was, I guess.
For fighting games,
yeah. I just spent hours on end there, just playing against the computer. I never really got any skill in the game, really, you know. I just played it on a very basic level. I mean, like a level where you pick the game up, you don't know any move, you don't know anything, you have no concept of the game at all. I just figured out the really easy stuff, you know, like punch, kick with loud stuff like that.
That is sick.
But it felt like a real achievement when I was able to beat Dural. Well, when I joined the dojo, they were still playing Third Strike, and I really got into the game. Especially, I never played it. I got into fighting games really with SF4, like a lot of people, I guess, nowadays. And I thought it was really good, and until I played Third Strike and found out that that's a really fucking good game. And it feels so much better. Especially because in SF4 I just, as with every fighting game I play, I always just pick a character I like, where I like the design, where I like the moves, where I like how it plays, and I couldn't give more a fuck about the tier list. Street Fighter 3 Third Strike is just a completely different game to Street Fighter 4.
Yeah,
I mean, there's the only thing they have in common is that there are partly the same characters in there, and the moves look kind of the same, but just the fact that there's a parry mechanic in the game makes it just so very much different. I never really thought that many new players would get into the game with the re-release, but what I was hoping for was that at least the old school Third Strike players would get back, would get a chance to get back into it and maybe pick it up again. So that's why I created this Zentralfriedhof, we call it, ranking battles. Zentralfriedhof is like the main cemetery in Vienna. Yeah, my reason for it was we didn't have any more tournaments for Third Strike at the dojo, and I just wanted to revive it. And the first season is almost over now, and it's working quite well.
Cool.
I mean, we don't have many players at the dojo at all, so we usually have like, you know, 10, somewhere between 10 and 20 entrants for a tournament.
That's pretty good.
But we always get those numbers, so it's not like they hate the game or anything, but the contrary. Everyone is getting back into it, and it's cool because, you know, the old school guys at the dojo who were playing Third Strike for like 6-7 years, seeing them back in the lab, working on the combos and stuff like that, because, you know, they have the fighting spirit for Third Strike again. That's really awesome. We always have a second game, but it's random. So my only rule for a second game is it has to be basically dead. The games we had in the first season were stuff like Alpha 3, ST, Garou. We are just lucky that we have a really diverse player base. So there is, which also means that there are a few tensions here and there. We have people who prefer, you know, mainly the Capcom games. We have people who prefer mainly the lolly games, you know, like We have some players who really enjoy playing high-end car, H&K, and Oguto Noken. And you know, old school shit like that, and Guilty Gear, they're really looking forward to that game, and whatever, CVS2, whatever, you know, all the old school shit, and yeah, we have the players who just, you know, like to play more or less the modern new Capcom games, and it's a good mixture. And so usually, especially at the weekend, whenever you get in, you and no matter what fighting game you play, as long as it's 2D, with some exceptions, you will find people that play with, and that's just awesome.
When I was a child, I played Street Fighter 2, and I came to Germany and I couldn't speak any German, but there was a guy in my neighborhood that just came over to me and said, come on over, and we played Street Fighter 2, and we communicated without communicating, and I think that was something really beautiful. So, I don't know, a long time Street Fighter was buried down there somewhere, and when now comes the sad part about the story, my girlfriend broke up with me in 2009. That was the part when Street Fighter 4 came out. I was so frustrated that I needed something to do, and I started picking up Street Fighter 4.
So it was your therapy, almost.
Yeah, basically.
That's
and
cool.
It helped me, you know, to...
So Bryson put his arm around you and goes,
yeah, he said,
bro,
come on.
I'm going to help you through this. You don't need her.
But it evolved into something really, really beautiful, because when I came to Vienna, I used to play it a lot against my friends, and it was just, you know, I played it so long that they wouldn't play against me anymore, and so I had to look around and actually find a community that's playing the game actively.
Sure.
So I found the guys that you're going to meet tonight, and that's really the best thing that could happen to me. Of course I was bodied first. You go in there, and you have your pad, and you're like, come on man, I beat all of my friends, I can take you on.
Yeah.
And then you get slapped.
Wake up call,
you
That's
get
so
slapped.
cool.
But there's two kinds of people. When there come a lot of people are coming into our dojo and starting, you know, to play. They play it against their friends and they try to give it a shot, and everyone gets bodied. And there's the part where people, they come back and they start getting better, or they just drop the game and they leave it forever. And so you just gotta decide on your own what you want to do and who you are.
So I mean, you never had arcades here, right? So I mean, it must be kind of a new experience to have this sort of camaraderie, right?
It is, and that's why I think that the fighting games are really special, because you can sit next to a real person, and it's not like you can't play shooting games, you know, sitting next to each other. You know, fighting games is very direct. It's an interaction of two people basically, and it is a great experience. And I hope that the scene in Europe will continue to grow, because obviously we're having successes where we're having, you know, members are coming to us, new members, people asking for this game, interested people, and we're growing. And I think it's a first step into the right direction.
That's cool.
And one day, hopefully, we can have an enthusiasm like in the USA or in Asia.
There were like small groups of people who played First Strike before 2006, but in 2006 kind of these people gathered together and started doing some small tournaments. We called them back in the day Adlacade. It was like the Viennese most or the only tournament we had, and it was kind of popular even in Germany, because the Austrian First Strike players, I mean, we weren't like on the level of the French or the British, but we were quite good back then. And that's when we started to play fighting games really competitive, 2006, in a small community. I started playing First Strike earlier with Dico. He's a great Ken, maybe the best Ken in the German area in First Strike. And Boki, the hardest administrator. We started First Strike. I don't know why, especially First Strike. We had a Dreamcast, so we liked fighting games back in the day. Cool. We played everything, but First Strike was the first thing we all played to level up. Not just like, oh, I'm doing a Hadouken. So we really started to know the game and tried to train and get better. Back in the day, we always played offline, and then we had a meeting with Venom. He was one of the other players who played Third Strike at the time in Vienna, and they were like, Weißkreuz, he was also one of the best players back in the day. He's a Japanology student and he travels a lot to Japan, and he played back even before the people knew about KO and people like that. He played against them. We three, like myself, Diko and Voki, got to the session and we were completely destroyed in Third Strike.
Wow.
Like, no chance.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, it was embarrassing, and then we started to leveling up because of that. It really wasn't funny. We thought like, yeah man, you know, I can cancel moves, I'm cool. Stuff like that. It's how it was back in the day, you know?
No, I agree, I know what you mean.
And I was looking up the internet if there is any tournament or stuff like that in Vienna. And back in the day there was one tournament which was kind of professional for the time. It was called Fireball Tournament. There were a lot of foreign players for that time, 2002. I can tell you why we didn't go. Because first off, we were very young, and there was a combo movie from Weißkreuz. That is this guy who went to Japan, and and we watched this combo video, and our minds were so blown. What is even possible? And we didn't even know this stuff works. It's like a collection of all links, cancels, and stuff can do. Like, I don't know, on Elena the EX Tatsu, and then he crosses up Elena, and then you can link it into the SR3 and stuff like that.
Wow. Or like weird shit, like the back throw in the corner into super.
Yeah, stuff like that, or the Kara Shoryu back in the day, a Kara Shoryu. What the fuck is that? Yeah,
that's right.
We tried it for hours, and we didn't know back then that you have to Kara the Shoryu. And we were like, fuck this, we're not going, man.
That's
awesome. I just didn't want to participate in the tournament because I didn't have the guts to go there, because I thought the other players would destroy me and they will laugh about you. Oh, you're playing so bad, that's not fair for you, go home.
Go home, scrub.
So we never got in touch with the tournament, but afterwards, it was the start of everything. Original Harded was started by Terry, and after some years of work, life was going on, and I don't know, maybe wife, children, work or something like that, and he didn't have any time for Harded, and he searched for people who can manage it for the future. Because I had some experience, but in technical manner, and I thought, okay, maybe I will just take it for the time while
he takes a break or whatever.
I don't know, while he takes a break, or some other guys found who can take it over completely. And somehow it developed in different directions, and it ended up like it is right now.
Street Fighter 4 made start the dojo because the community grew with Street Fighter 4. Before we were like 10 guys, probably. Now we are 30. Most of them play Street Fighter 4. I would guess of these 35 guys, 25 play Street Fighter 4. And even most of the guys from the 35 have at least tried or are here because of Street Fighter 4.
I bought it at the PC release because
cool.
Didn't have a console. My friend showed me Street Fighter 4 and I was hyped for this game, so I have to wait for it. For the PC release. Then 1 week after I bought this arcade stick.
Oh really?
Yes.
Nice.
Because I only have a keyboard. I played with the keyboard and it sucked.
So
I bought the stick and I was ready to go. Then I found Hardage. And I registered. I signed up. And there was a topic called Vienna Sessions, and I posted about, hey, I'm a new player and want to get better. I get bodied, but in my first session I got bodied really hard. Because there are really experienced players, and at this time I only played Street Fighter 4.
Sure.
And there was some home sessions then, and then I saw Street Fighter 3, Third Strike. And I saw them playing, and for me it was like, I have to play too. I want to get that skill. I want to get better. Why I did not quit? Because I love this game. why not?
Yeah, that's cool.
We rented this place out, which obviously costs a lot. We always have something to drink here, and every single euro that is left over we use to buy new games, new sticks, new stations, new monitors, whatever. So yeah.
Like I said, we started with 3 stations. Now we have like 5, 6, 7, 8 stations, something like that.
Next gen stations.
Yeah. No, yeah, 5 next gen stations, and we have 3 old school stations. Then we have the Neo Geo station.
Lots of the stuff in here is private property of the members, like the PS2 stations are from members. The Wii that is usually here is from a member. The Neo Geo is from a member. The PC outside is my old PC, and stuff like that.
Cool.
10 p.m. We're most of the time done with the tourneys, and we start drinking. So that's why we have still this rule that we, even if we don't have a tourney, we start at 10 o'clock. So it's kind of a ritual. Does something, we call him also Bole. Bole. This is his nickname kind of too, Bole. And when someone fixes something technically, he is not dropping knowledge, he's dropping bowledge. Because his name is Bole. It's like kind of a thing here.
But do you know what? Era 74 is actually my favorite era. So I was kind of hyped to see Era 74.
Yeah.
Like Era 73. Pretty cool era, but like 74.
You can't beat that.
No.
Bowledge.
Das letzte Mal hat's auch geklappt, nachdem du einen.
No, we got to like hum the MacGyver theme. You're the modern day Fonz. After Fonzarelli. MacGyver. And what game? What game are we going to play? No.
Wer hat das gemacht? Wer?
Keiner.
Genau, wer hat berühmt? What happened?
Ich habe einfach nur auf Start gedrückt.
Alter, Bogdan, Danzen ist kaputt gemacht.
Camera's not drunk.
But you are drunk.
Yeah.
We are drunk.
I'm drunk again.
And the match is over. It is not over. No, it is. Shake hands. Congratulations to the winner, Dino. A good match.
We know it's like? Oh, is this the
This is yesterday. I just watched you the replay against Alex and.
Yeah, I played a shit game. It's all good.
Sometimes you're black, sometimes you don't. What's your name?
Mark.
Mark. Hi, I'm Jonathan. Nice to meet you, Joker.
Oh, nice. And what's your main game?
Yeah, I'm Joker.
Yeah,
my main game. Last time I played Blast Blue. Yeah, well, mainly Blast Blue. I started with Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, 5 years ago. 6 years ago.
See?
On PC, yeah.
Did it have online play on PC or?
No, not at all.
Wow.
I just played with my friend, you know.
Did he have it and introduce it to you? But like, Guilty Gear on PC?
I had to him.
What?
Just with Xbox controllers. I didn't have a stick back then, and
wow.
Then I started. Yeah, I bought a stick on Amazon and started getting used to it and trained. But now I don't have that much time because of work, and I don't sit down at night and like train combos over and over again.
But it says quitting is not an option on your
Yeah, it is. It's like controversy.
Quitting is not an option, it's an option select.
It's an option select.
Yeah.
No, and I just started with Street Fighter, Stefan. Stefan explained a bit Street Fighter to me. That's the main reason why I started to go here, because of people, you know.
We are all doing this just for the community, you know. It's not about money and getting rich or something like that. I mean, it's quite hard to get rich with beat 'em up games.
Yeah, it's true.
It's
Yeah,
not easy.
Yeah.
But at least we are supporting the community and we get a feedback from the community. We started this like a hobby, you know, like sitting around in one living room, 10, 12 people together in on a small couch, you know. And we were thinking, hey, what should we do? Yeah. And what should we do? Yeah, because we need more room, we need more space. And someday we were pretty drunk, you can say, and we were sitting around and in a restaurant eating, celebrating the birthday of one of our members, oldest members. Then we had the idea, hey man, maybe we all can put some money together and rent a room, rent a house, rent an apartment, you know. Then it was just an idea, you know, nothing big. And then we were thinking about it, and I started to make a plan, search for a location, and so on and so on. And wow, you know, this all happened 2 years before. As for me, it's unbelievable, because really I was just thinking about, oh, maybe we will rent a small apartment, you know, maybe about 40 square meters or something like that, and now we have 100 square meters just for gaming.
That's awesome, yeah.
And that's great, and we have a lot of more members. We started with 12 members, you know, and suddenly everybody wanted something, and we tried to manage all the stuff and try to grow up, you know, and try to show the people outside that gaming, you know, and especially trying to play very well, you know, like going to pro gaming, is something serious. It's not just kids gaming or stuff like this, you know, it means you have to train, it means you have to think about the gaming mechanics and all this stuff. It's not just pressing some buttons. It was a very hard point to let my parents understand what I'm doing, you know? Because for them it's like, oh, they see a video gaming and oh man, why you don't grow up and earn some money, like this. And I was not like, no, I will manage it. I will take care about this dojo. I will build it up. Yeah, and it's like, you know, it's for us, it's not just gaming, it's a lifestyle that we are living, you know, because we are living the gaming, you know, we are living this being together, playing games together and going out together, you know, have some fun. It's not just a club where only nerds come in and just, you know, sitting there quiet and nobody talks to each other. No, man. We're making parties here and people enjoying, and a lot of our members, you know, when they entered our club, they were quite very quiet personalities, you know, very shy, and they had very not very much friends, you can say, and then they come inside here, stay 1 month or maybe 2, and they grow up. But not growing up, they just, you know, open. Getting warm and understand, hey man, I have some friends and they don't like me, not just because I can play good games, they like me because I am how I am, you know, and from one of our members, even the father came to me and say thank you that you bring my son out of his room. You know?
Yeah.
It was very nice moment for me because I never was thinking about something like that, you know.